Before the cities rose, before the rivers had a name, from the crossing planet the Anunnaki came. They didn't fall as gods, they fell as refugees, escaping a sky that was dying by degrees. The air on their world was leaking into the black. They needed the gold dust to hold the sunlight back. They touched down in Eridu, established the command, splashed into the waters, walked upon the Sumerian land. No temples yet, just the hum of the machines, extracting the metal from the veins in the ravines. The atmosphere shielded by the dust they refined. Earth was not a garden yet, Earth was just a mind.
It's written in the clay, etched in the stone, the software of the mind, the marrow of the bone. Not a myth, not a legend, not a heavy load. It's the syntax of the life, the Sumerian Code.
Down in the Abzu where the sun doesn't shine, the etched were working, digging out the line. For 40 shards they grown back, breaking in the deep, while the high council in the sky went to sleep. The grumble turned to shout, and the shout into a fire. They burned the baskets, the flames rising higher. They surrounded the house of Enlil with a blade. No more digging was the promise that they made. The labor stopped cold, the gold ceased to flow. The home world was choking, the shield getting low. So Enki spoke up, the Lord of the earth. Let us forge a helper, let us give a new birth. They found a wild being walking through the grass, strong bone structure but a mind like glass. They needed the hands but they needed them to obey, so they brought them to the house of life where the secrets lay. Ninhursag the healer, Enki the wise, prepared the red clay to open up the eyes. It wasn't magic dust, it was the essence of the two, mixing earth blood with the sky blood, making something new. They spliced the double helix, the serpent on the tree, cut out the wildness, put in the decree. The Adamo was born, the worker for the load, a biological machine running the Sumerian Code.
It's written in the clay, etched in the stone, the software of the mind, the marrow of the bone. Not a myth, not a legend, not a heavy load. It's the syntax of the life, the Sumerian Code.
Spark of the sky carried something in the vein. You can program the muscle, you can't program the pain. We multiplied quickly, the noise began to rise. We looked at the masters and we recognized the lies. And Lil heard the clamor, the noise of the slave. He wanted to wash us all into the grave. The winds began to howl, the sky began to weep. The fountains of the deep woke up from their sleep. The great deluge came to wipe the slate clean, to hide the evidence of the genetic machine. But the seed survived, floated on the wood. We carried the knowledge, misunderstood. Now the water recedes and the mud turns to stone. The masters have retreated to the silent zone. They didn't go back to the dying red star. They sank beneath the waves, but they aren't very far. The lords of the deep, watching from the shelf, leaving the experiment to manage itself. We look at the sky for the chariot's light, but the real observation is happening tonight. From the bottom of the ocean, the traffic comes and goes, a civilization hidden that nobody knows. We are the remnant, the hybrid, the mule, waking up slowly to the nature of the rule. They call it a myth, they call it a religion, but the blood doesn't lie. The missing link is the scar of the surgery. We were built to dig, but we learned to dream. That wasn't in the contract. We are the severance package, left on the surface, while they watch from the deep. The experiment continues.